Ahoy sailors, it's First Mate Steph here, and welcome to a special Monday edition of the weekly Helm Report. So, from tropical retreats to seismic shakeups, this past week has brought a wave of updates across the entire cruise industry. So whether you're planning your next voyage or just dreaming of the open sea, here's everything you need to know from the world's top cruise lines. Starting off, as usual, Carnival Cruise Lines. So they had a much better week than they've had lately. So they unveiled the new Pearl Cove Beach Club at the Celebration Key, their brand new island. So this is a luxury adults only retreat featuring an infinity pool, swim up bar, and tiered access passes. So I love me a good adult area because I, on vacation, don't want to be near kids. Unless it's like the children that come with me, but I don't want to be near other people's kids. So having an adult area is generally pretty calm, pretty relaxing, and pretty much my vibe. Other news from them. So they had a bunch of guest feedback come back, not on their rewards program yet, but on their French fries at Guy's Burger Joint. So they are bringing back the original hand-cut French fries fleet-wide. So it just shows that if you make your voice known and enough people agree with you, you can have things change. So we'll see if that works on their rewards program. And then they just sent out a travel advisory. So this is for everybody going out of the Port of Miami. So there is a lot of construction going on and congestion caused by the bridge being built right by the tunnel. So they just advised this past week that when you are coming to the Port of Miami, you might see traffic delays. So this goes for coming in and going out. So coming in, you want to make sure that you leave with enough time to make your boat or your ship. But on the other hand, if you do have a flight, make sure that you're not booking your flights getting off the cruise at, like 10 o'clock, because if there's any sort of delays, I've been on cruise ships where there was a delay getting off and we were self-assisting off. We expected to be off at 7 and we got off at 9, which really sucked because I was super sick. So that is really the majority of what Carnival had going on this week. So we're going to slide on over to Royal Caribbean. So they had a bunch more itinerary changes. So not really a surprise to anybody, but because of continued safety concerns, they have changed the Labadee ports. So there's a lot of unrest in Haiti right now, and it is moving closer and closer to Labadee. So they are definitely canceling those and keeping their sailors safe. So love to hear that. I hate that there's so much unrest, but I do love that they are keeping everybody safe and not just worrying about how to make sure that they keep the money, since Labadee is their little area. They also have announced with the Crown and Anchor that elite members can now enjoy reduced single supplement fares. So that is unfortunately only on select transoceanic voyages. So it's not great. It's very select, very, very limited. But it is definitely a small perk. So going over to Norwegian, so they had a heck of a week. So starting off, we're going to talk about the tsunami. So there was a tsunami off of the coast of Russia, or there was an earthquake off the coast of Russia, which led to tsunamis in Hawaii, and or at least tsunami waves. So the Pride of America left Hilo early due to the tsunami warnings. So there was, I read, it was up to like 600 guests that were temporarily sheltered ashore. They did not make it back on the boat, but because it is safer for boats to go out into the open ocean when there is tsunami waves, they went ahead, left the port, and they made sure everybody was safe on the island that was there, and they made sure everybody was safe on the boat, and they kept their boat safe too. So everybody's fine, everybody's great, nobody was injured, but that definitely did happen. So they also issued a mosquito alert going out of Norfolk due to increased mosquito activity. So they are advising guests to pack some mosquito repellent. I do know that we have had around here dengue fever, and I don't remember the other one. It wasn't Zika, but we've had a couple of mosquito-borne illnesses. So definitely remember that if you're going to be outside, no matter where you are, you should always bring some mosquito repellent, whether it be like the little wristbands or the wipes. I had somebody give me one of the wipes at the wedding this weekend as just in case, because we were in the mountains. Thankfully didn't need it, but Norwegian is advising that there is increased mosquito activity at a bunch of ports. So keep that in mind. And then also the Norwegian Encore is heading to dry dock in November for upgrades to staterooms, dining, and entertainment. So that will be pretty exciting to see it come out, see what comes from it. I have not been on a Norwegian ship in a while, so that's something that we need to get back onto. MSC was pretty quiet this week, so all they had was that the MSC Splendida joins the South American fleet this December, making it the 6th ship deployed to the region, so nothing crazy. We'll see, how they have a couple of new world ships coming out. I have 1 month and 23 days until I go on the World of America. I'm pretty excited for that one, so I love me some MSC. So we'll see what else they have coming in the future. Disney, this is also some pretty exciting stuff. So their new ship, the Disney Destiny's home port, has been confirmed. So it will be Port Canaveral, which is not surprising to me. Port Canaveral is very quickly becoming the largest cruise port in the world. So we're going to see a lot of the brand new ships come out of here, which is great. I love it because it's my home port. And so the Disney Destiny will be launching in November of 2025. And then on top of that, the ship, so the Disney Destiny, the ship, will feature superhero-themed dining, immersive kid zones, and redesigned adults-only lounge. So that's pretty great. I know that they're going to do a lot of Marvel with this one since they now have those rights. So pretty excited to see what they come from that. As mentioned in last week's, they are the mast is going to, not the mast, the theme is Spider-Man. So I can't think of the word for it right now, but we're gonna have a bunch of Spider-Man and little spider robots on it. That'll be pretty cool. Virgin was pretty quiet this week as well, so they're just really preparing the Brilliant Lady for its big September launch. Pretty excited. That's going to be up near Canada with itineraries to Bermuda and Quebec. So if you get a chance to go on the Brilliant Lady, I highly recommend any Virgin cruise, but having a new ship is probably going to be even more better than it already was. So, and then that's really like the majority of our news. So we, again, just kind of talking about the tsunami. So a lot of people don't know a lot about tsunamis. People kind of freak out with it. So cruise lines, much like when you're in a hurricane or anything like that, they're going to do everything to keep you safe and to keep that ship safe. So not only do they want to keep you safe, but that ship is a lot of money, and so they don't want anything to happen. So so if you have a tsunami, basically what it is that cruise ships follow a standard protocol by heading to deep water where tsunami waves pose minimal risk, which is why Norwegian and Oceania left their Hawaiian ports early. So they have a plan in place. Don't panic. When people start panicking is when chaos can break out. So last October, just for a quick information, last October during Hurricane Milton, we were actually on a cruise on the MSC Seashore, and that hurricane was barreling right towards us as a Category 5. We were all kind of nervous because none of us had ever been there, but true Floridians throw one hell of a hurricane party. But it was really great. So they took us down, and you could see on all the cruise mappers that all the boats were down buried in between the islands, because that generally is a little bit of a safer zone. They have a lot of mountains, and mountains will break up a hurricane. So they're going to keep you safe. They're not going to go directly into a hurricane. They're not going to stay in port and keep you unsafe. They know what's going on. They know how to handle the situation. So if there is a natural disaster or anything like that, they are prepared. So if you are on any of these ships, when this happens, just don't panic, don't freak out. Have faith that they have done these drills. They know what they have to do. They know that when, what they've got going on. So I just want to, as somebody who's been on a boat or on a ship when some chaos kind of breaks out, just let it, just roll with it, because there is nothing you can do about it. So I want to thank our sponsor. Again, it is still Starboard and Sunshine Vacations, where we take the stress and the mess out of your and plan your vacation for you, so that you can just enjoy it. So make sure that if you need a vacation plan, whether it be air, cruise, train, hotels, whatever, reach out to Starboard and Sunshine Vacations, and we will get you booked in whatever you need. So it is a full travel agency, so please reach out. And then that's about all I have. So from new destinations to nature's dramatic reminders, the cruise world continues to evolve with every tide. So whether you're sailing soon or just watching the horizon, we'll keep you anchored with the latest news. So calm seas and clear skies, guys.